The Dominic Greco Band would like to thank all of you for attending our special finale to our 100th season. It has truly been a concert season to remember. Our audience has been large, appreciative, and enthusiastic. Believe me, we are very aware of your devotion to this fine band, and we greatly appreciate it. As director, I have presented the band with a host of challenging and exciting music. Just looking at a few of the major works we have played over the season with Academic Festival Overture, Stone Garden, Cimarron Overture, Pines of the Appian Way, Chester Overture, 1812 Overture, Esprit de Corps, de Fledermaus Overture, and that is just to name a few, not to mention the great marches we have played throughout the summer. Tonight's concert was no exception, with the entire concert being new and not played previous to tonight. We have performed the unbelievable number of 71 different pieces of music this summer. And you're right, they deserve a big hand. And I've directed this band for 30 years. We have had continuous, outstanding performances during that period of time. And I'm sure the past directors would say the same regarding their versions of the band. With all that said, I can honestly say without reservation, this is the very best Dominic Greco Band I have ever directed. Now, with that being said, it makes it even more difficult for me to make the next statement. This will be the final time for me to direct this wonderful group of musicians. I have not told the band until this moment. I didn't know what to do anything to distract us from this important century celebration. It is always difficult stepping down from something you truly love and enjoy, but I felt the time is right. As much as missing the excitement of putting this wonderful puzzle of music together for a performance, I will most miss the close, almost daily interaction, friendships I have had with many of the members. And all of us have become very close. The question is, who will take the band? Well, since I just announced it, we don't know. But let me say, there are many fine directors in this band, and one of them is very capable of handling this band, or it might be a committee of band directors playing. That will be up to the executive board. But no matter who it is or whom it is, we expect them, and I expect them, to keep the extraordinary tradition of this great band alive in the Tuscarawas County. If you would bear with me for a few moments more, I want to recognize several people that have made all of this possible. First, my wife, Carolyn. She was with me the first time I ever directed the band in public, and she has been at all of them ever since. Along with being a fabulous vocalist, she has consistently helped me and supported me during my years as high school band director, administrator, and of course, director of the Greco Band. I'm going to ask Carolyn to stand. I know she doesn't want to, but she's right back there. And before completing my remarks, I must recognize several members of the band that have been a tremendous assist to me and support to me over the years. I wish I could recognize everyone, but of course that's impossible. The most important person for me personally in this band is Windozer, the first clarinet. Now, you might ask, why Windozer? When people get brave enough to ask me if I'm the oldest one in the band, I quickly say, Windozer is. Win is 10 days older than me. So, Win, thank you for keeping me away from that dubious honor. Steve Stroop, again, I'm going to have all these people stand at the end here. Steve Stroop, I can't say enough regarding what Steve has meant to me in this band. Steve and I sat down together in 2001, decided to put the band back together in a different form than what it had been in the past. Steve plays thousands of pieces of music in the folders and takes care of moving all the equipment. Steve is the only person I told before the season began that this would be my final one. I made him promise not to tell anyone, or he would be placed on double secret probation. I am pleased to announce he avoided being placed on double secret. Corey Swinterman for arranging close to 200 numbers for this band, along with being a fantastic trumpet player and close friend, and Corey's wife Ann for taking charge of our website, recording concerts, and being a tremendous public relations liaison for the band. Of course, as you know, Corey and Brian have put together the Jericho Band, big band, and it is a tremendous band. I don't throw out plaudits easily, but this band is great. And if you have not had an opportunity to listen to them, I hope you will do so. And of course, they're fronted by the great Jerome James, and April Leinert and Michael also sing too. Their next all-new show will be here on Sunday, August 20th, so you will not want to miss it. Ron Barquette. What can I say that has not already been said regarding Ron's tremendous vocal talents? Band directors would give anything to have him fronting the band, but we won the lottery. By the way, he is also a tremendous tuba player. I am big on percussion, but like most directors, we don't have a great amount of time to devote to it. How fortunate we have been to have Joan Wenzel take charge of that section, and they are magnificent. Percussion is the glue that holds the band together. It gives it the drive and excitement. Joan has been a fantastic teacher to these young percussionists and a great performer in her own right. Talking about percussion, the old man in the section is Kurt Tyree on Tiffany, and he's sitting up front here. Kurt was in my high school band along with several other members of Greco. To show you Kurt's devotion to this band, he lives in Plymouth, Ohio, which is way north of Mansfield, and he is at every rehearsal and every concert. Kurt also offers a little comic relief with his singing dexterity. Cheryl Graham has been a tremendous assist to me. She has brought many of her students into the Greco Band, provided background instruments when needed, and is always one of the first at her performances to help set up the band. She is amazing. April Leinert back there on trumpet. She is director of the Union Local High School Band. Like Cheryl, she has brought many of her outstanding students to Greco, and she has soloed on trumpet and vocal and also directed. Ron Geese on euphonium back there, he has arranged several excellent numbers for the band, and his original Tuscarora Celebration is a musical masterpiece. I would like to give special thanks to Chris Red, Dover High Band Director, for the generous use of that nice big truck down there that they keep telling us to move and we don't. And Micah Carey for willingly letting us rehearse in the middle school band room and letting us instruments when needed. Roger Willer back here on tenor sax. Roger retired as band director of a very fine West Holmes band. He has directed this band several times, and he has been with me a long time. He has gone through several difficult years, and I am so pleased he returned this year. We go clear back to our college days at Ohio University, where both of us marched next to each other, playing tenor sax in the OU band. And we put this band back together. I decided to have my very good friend Gary Petricolo as our announcer. Gary was tremendous, but he had to bow out about 4 years ago. So I decided to try this fireball, Michael Roberts. And he has truly become the voice of the Dominic Greco Band. I would like all of these people to please stand and be recognized. you. In closing, I want to thank the band so much for all the musicianship and devotion you have given me over the years. I specifically selected 2 numbers on this concert with special meaning to me. The overture to Poet and Peasant was one I could direct when I was 4 years old. Yes, my grandfather, when we lived with him in East Liverpool, he played opera and overtures constantly, and his favorite was Poet and Peasant, and he'd always show me how to direct it. And Sunday was music day at our house, and people would come in and sing and play. Always ended with little Fred directing Poet and Peasant overture. And the first number I ever directed a high school band on in public was the Manhattan Beach March. I was a student teacher at Logan High School in Logan, Ohio, and Carolyn was there also. People ask if I get tired of directing Stars and Stripes forever. My answer is yes. Right up until we play the introduction, and it's like the first time I ever directed it. So to close the Dominic Greco Band 100th year, we are pleased to bring back Ron Barquette singing the Lee Greenwood hit, God Bless the USA, followed by our traditional finale, and the final time I will have the honor of directing this great band and Stars and Stripes throughout.